It's Sunday, July 13th, 2025. Time for another Fireside Chat with Dizzy. I've got a fuzzy little puppy dog behind me. I've got horses in the round pen. And there's a fuzzy little puppy dog. And I have chickens running around the farm. And I must say, it feels very nice to have them out here running around. I did check the pen when I got here after I fed everybody, and saw no evidence that anything tried to dig into the pen overnight. So that's good. Not that they could, but at least I get to see whether or not they tried. I did get the chicks out yesterday. I put them in the chicken pen at home. They did manage to find their way out of the house. Went to check on them when it got dark out because I wanted to make sure that they were back in the house. I figured that would probably be good for them to get used to being inside at night, especially since we've got some nasty weather coming up. And they were all huddled in a pile next to the door. I wasn't easy, but I was able to catch them all and put them in the house and close the door. Got up this morning and let them out. 4 of them had managed to get out. How? I don't know. All I can think of is that they must have been really pushing against the door and fell out. And one, I don't know what happened to it, but one was dead. So I wasn't happy about that, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what happens. You have animals, you lose some. Sometimes from animals, sometimes from old age, and sometimes you just don't know why. But it is what it is, and I'm looking at the chicks that I have, and it does not look like I have a single solitary rooster. So I do have an idea about what I'm going to do about that. That's be a topic for another video another day. Let's see, horses. Well, Misty has put on weight. I have taken her off of the supplement for weight gain. I stopped feeding her the hay pellets, and I've cut back her feed. And other than her hindquarters, which she's always been not the greatest in, she's looking good. So she's put on the weight, and I did ride her one day. I don't even remember what day it was. We rode for about half an hour. She was good when I rode her in the round pen. But as soon as we got out of the round pen, yeah, she wanted to act up. And worked with her as much as I could. And finally I rode her back into the round pen, and she's much better in the round pen. And once I knew that she was behaving good in there, then I rode her up to the gate and untacked her. And one thing that she was having a lot of problems with, she was really sweating a lot lately. And I got to where I was taking a bucket of water and just using a sponge to cool her off that way. It was much easier than getting out the whole hose and squirting her down. I got a new salt block the other day, and I noticed a few times she was really going at it. And since I got that salt block, she has not been sweating as much, so that's something's good. Speaking of horses, I had some fun with other horses this week. When I was feeding the one herd this week, 2 thoroughbreds, they were acting like idiots. And the one kicked out in my direction. I did not see exactly what kind of a kick it was. If I had not been carrying a feed bucket, it could have been very bad. It hit the feed bucket. Of course, I dropped the feed bucket. The feed went all over the place. And, well, not all of it, but some of it went all over the place. And needless to say, I was not happy. If that horse had kicked me higher, let's face it, big horse, powerful, I might not be here. So thank God that it got me in the bucket and not elsewhere. So I am now carrying a whip when I feed those horses, and it only took one time to go down there and shake the whip at them and they back off. So I'm now able to feed them safely. The owner has been away. I will be letting her know. She's supposed to be back tomorrow, so I will be sending her a text and letting her know about what her horses did, as I don't want to see her get hurt either. Let's see, and another horse that I had fun with never met the person before, never saw the horse before. Horse actually looked an awful lot like Misty, but my one friend accidentally called me the other day right when I was getting ready to leave the farm. She meant to call somebody else with the same first name and accidentally called me. And she's talking and she's telling me about how she went riding with a friend of hers and they couldn't get her friend, we'll call her Martha. Martha couldn't get her horse on her trailer. And my friend, she tried for as long as she could, but then she had to leave because she had plans. And she felt so bad because she had been out there literally for hours trying to get this horse on the trailer. And I was just getting ready to leave, and it is a way that I sometimes go home where the trailer was parked. So I went home that way, took some hay pellets with me, and she had already tried a sedative. I don't know if she gave it time to work or not, because normally once you give it to the horse, you're supposed to let him sit for 45 minutes or so. I don't know if she did that. If you don't let him sit, then it doesn't really do anything. I know what you have to do with it, because it's the same stuff that I had to give Licorice when she gets her teeth done. And tried the hay pellets, didn't want to go on. Tried a butt rope, didn't want to go on. Tried working with him a little bit, because I got the feeling she didn't have a clue as to how to work with him a lot. And he didn't want to lead for me. He would lead for her, but not for me. So then I went back to letting her try to lead him, and we went back to using the butt rope, and we did it a little bit different. First time we tried it this time, he started coming on the trailer and then went off the ramp sideways. Second time, I took the butt rope and I went underneath of his tail. I figured it would probably give better contact. And waited. And he would take a step, and tighten up the butt rope, and we'd wait. He'd take a step, we'd tighten up the butt rope, and wait. Until finally he decided that he was just going to come on the trailer. I don't know how long she tried to get him on. I felt bad. I really wish that I had time to work with her and help her, because I don't know that she knows how to do any groundwork, and I used to have problems with Misty getting on the trailer as well. Not anymore. She might give me a little bit of attitude when I first get her on the trailer at the beginning of the first time I take her out, but that's it. So that was my adventures with horses this week. Let's see. If you watched my one video, you know, especially since I've got the chickens out here, that the chicken pen, the one side is all done. I need to finish the chick area so I can get them out here, but I am not sure when I'm going to be working on it. Tomorrow is supposed to be a nice day, but I have a 9 o'clock appointment to take the Jeep to. It has some work that it has to get done. So I will come out, I will feed, get started. I need to leave here early enough to get to the mechanic. So I think I had to be there at 9. I had to double check my calendar. And they'll do it as quick as they can, since I'll be waiting. And then we'll be coming back, and I will do as much of that pen as I can get done by about 1, 2 o'clock. Because I was trying to get the other pen done and it just was taking me forever, there were days I was not leaving until like 7 o'clock at night, and I'd be beat by the time I got home. So I read a book recently where a lady got some chickens and had somebody build a chicken coop for her, an 8x12 coop plus a run. He had it done in a day. I'm thinking to myself, okay, is it just because I'm a woman and this guy's an experienced builder or what? But it sure took me a lot longer than one day to get that done. But like I said, it's done. The chickens are out here, and it's good having them out here. It's like basically doing that, it left me almost no time to do anything else. Other than that one day that I rode Misty, didn't ride her again, didn't get out in the canoe, didn't get housework done except for trying to keep up on dishes, which I am admittedly behind. Laundry I was able to get done. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to because of the amount of rain they were calling for. Thank God we did not get nearly as much. They're calling for rain again this week. It's like I've been trying to find days when I can camp out. Tonight would have been the only night that I could have camped out, but because of the rain, because of the mechanic tomorrow, I'm not. And I had camped out the one night. It didn't really like the tent that I used. Ordered a new one. It's here. I would have liked to have gotten it set up and see how it was, but it didn't happen. I will probably bring it out the one day just to set it up to see how easy it is. It's supposed to be an instant setup. It's supposed to be easy where you're just pushing buttons. So I will probably bring it out and probably even shoot a video of me doing that just so that I can see whether or not it is as easy as they say. And I like the size. It's 10 by 9. It didn't come with, they call it a footprint. I did order one. It's just a little bit bigger on the one side. It's 9 by 8, 9.8 times 9.8. So since it's supposed to be completely under the tent, I'll have to fold to one side. But that's where I am for the week. I can't think of anything else, and I will talk at you later.